Hi, I'm Mindy.
Hello, I'm Paul Greco.
Well, hi! Aren't you a pretty girl? And what is your name?
It. Well, she, technically.
Well, we must give you a name. What are your thoughts?
I really haven't any.
Okay. Let's see. She's got a strong little build, a beautiful face, and she's very quiet. What does that bring to mind?
The perfect wife.
Now, wouldn't that be Mrs. Greco?
I think that's exactly right. So I guess that's you, Mrs. Greco.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's a perfect suggestion.
You're serious about that?
Mrs. Greco. Absolutely.
You know, it's usually better to have a one-word name, like Spot or Buttercup. It's much easier for the dog to understand. I don't know if the name Mrs. Greco would be the most desirable.
Mindy, there's 100 old dogs within 1 square block that desire nothing more than the name Mrs. Greco. Shall we?
Okay. Well, today we're going to teach Mr. Greco and Mrs.
Paul,
Oh,
please.
sorry, Paul and Mrs. Greco when and where to Sissy and Poopy. Well, I have a few very simple steps you must practice, and if you stick with it, and most importantly, be consistent, she will be housebroken in no time at all. Stay! Good stay! We want to reinforce good behavior with the tone of our voice. We want to sound happy when we reinforce good behavior. We must always communicate with the dog at the time of action.
Time of action. Got it.
The first thing we must teach her is the distinction between inside and outside. So every time you cross the threshold to leave the building, right at the time of action, I want you to say outside. And every time you cross the threshold to come back into the building, I want you to say
Inside.
yes! Very good.
I'm a quick study.
The point is to try to catch her in the act. When you do catch her going sissy, in a happy voice, say, a sissy, sissy, a sissy, sissy, until she is done. Only do this at the time of action. Same goes if you catch her pooping. In a happy voice, say, a poopy, poopy, a poopy, poopy, until she is done. So stay consistent and she'll make the connection.
Okay. Inside, outside, sissy and poopy. Time of action, be consistent.
You are a quick study. Thank you, Mr. Paul. It was such a pleasure meeting you both. Oh, here's my card. If you have any questions, just call me. Take care.
Thank you.